All glories to you, the Savior of the world and of me. Time passes by. It seems like not long ago that I moved into the temple in London at 7 Berry Place, near the British Museum and not far from Oxford Street, the main street. Actually, it was 50 years ago on January the 7th this year. You saved me from a fate. You saved me from a fate worse than death. Locked into a way of life full of degradation and unhappiness. I didn't know which way to turn, and all the ways I tried turning were dead ends, full of suffering and confusion. I was frustrated with materialistic life, and as far as I was concerned, I was now retired, albeit at the early age of 21 years. But it just didn't seem worth it to persevere on in working life. So I was trying to find an alternative path, but it was so elusive. Within about 2 weeks of moving into the temple, I felt my life had become revolutionized. My anxieties dissolved, and I felt a sense of positiveness I had not known before. As you said, Srila Prabhupada, in your Vyasa Puja offering to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati in 1935, message of service thou hast brought, a healthful life as Chaitanya wrought. Unknown to all, it's full of grace. That's your gift, your divine grace. Where would I be if you had not entered my life, Srila Prabhupada? I hate to think, but there's no doubt it would be far worse than where I am now. Where would the world be if you had not come? Actually, the world is in a disastrous condition, and it just shows what can go wrong if people do not follow your instructions. But even so, if you had not come, it would be far worse than it is. So now I have to try to follow you and make your mission my mission in life. People can respond when Krishna consciousness is presented to them, and many have. We just have to keep on giving it to them and praying for the potency to become worthy instruments in your hands. By your mercy, so much in my life has changed in these 50 years, but much more has to change. I pray at your divine lotus feet to help me remain in your service until this body drops. Your lowly servant, Bhakti Chaitanya Swami. So I'm going to say a few words. Time doesn't really matter, does it? What do they say? The night is young, and it's not even night yet. So let's just carry on. The thing is, this sort of discussion, even, the Kachori discussion that was going on, which is Krishna-related, Prabhupada-related, and particularly these very nice offerings devotees have been presenting, and Parthasarathi Maharaj, and Ramanuja, his offering. Actually, the thing is, this is all nectar. It's all nectar for the heart. In fact, it's the sweetest and just most wonderful nectar there is. I remember when I really was a new boy, I had been living in the temple in London for, it was either 2 or it may have been 3 weeks. I moved in on Sunday, the 7th of January 1973, so it was 2 or 3 weeks after that on Sunday, and it was the Sunday feast, and of course the devotees, they prepared every Sunday just a really excellent feast. So there it was, and I got my plate of this really wonderful prasadam, and my idea was find a quiet spot where I can just absorb myself in eating the prasadam. So I found a spot and I sat down, and I was just about, I think my hand was up already, just about to dive in, when one young man, my age, like early 20s, just sat down in front of me